Hi there, and welcome to a new little video that I'm doing specifically for a Facebook group that I'm a part of. I recently saw and came across somebody that was really suffering with loneliness and depression and things like this, and doing what I do, being a life and business strategist. I almost feel like it's kind of like my duty to help. I love helping people. It's something I'm very passionate about, and it's something that you'll hopefully find I'm pretty good at too. So yes, if you're wondering, this is the thing to my microphone. I don't think we have to be like uber professional and stick this down the side of my butt, do we? Probably not. All right, so I want to give you two tools that you can use to help you overcome loneliness and depression. You know, the first thing that I want to say about loneliness and depression is that it's a form of what we call internal thinking, internal processing. And what it means is that for you to go to a bad place inside, you usually have to be in your head thinking about the past, or possibly even freaking out about the future, but it's usually about the past, okay? So, but here's the first thing that I want to say to you, and that is this. The past does not equal the future. Only does it equal the future if we bring that past into the future. And the way that we bring the past into the future is talking about it and bitching and moaning about it, right? That's how we bring the past into the future. However, if we don't, then guess what? It's not coming. Because at the end of the day, what's happened in the past it means nothing. You could have made a fortune and lost everything. You could have lost everything and made a fortune. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. The past, in all honesty, is nothing more than a great book. It's a great book for you to go and read and go, what? I did that. What was the outcome when I did that? And that's when you'll be like, oh shit, I kind of messed up. It wasn't kind of looking at wasn't kind of going the way that I was hoping it was going to go. Let's say that. And anyway, before I kind of keep going on with this, I want to say that I've got a YouTube channel and I'm constantly putting out this information on my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions, if there's any videos, or you'd ever like my perspective on anything to do with life and business, if it's anything to do with life and business, forget it. I'm not your man. But if it's life and business, I'm your man. I've pretty much studied all of it since I was 13 years old. Grew up in a big family business that was sold for multi-millions of dollars. So needless to say, you learn quite a lot when you're in that process and you're listening to your mum and dad every day talk about business, and then you work in the business and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we're going to look at how to overcome now these two areas. I want to give you two tools. I always liken life to a tool bag that we're constantly carrying around with us. And whatever comes about in our life, then basically all we do is we just dip in the bag for the right tool, and we know that tool fixes that problem, okay? So I'm going to give you, excuse me for constantly fidgeting with this, but it's hanging down against my boob, and I don't really think anyone wants to hear that. So, the two tools that I want to give you are this. You may have heard of the phrase, an attitude of gratitude. Well, what that actually means, very simply, is this. It's just to become grateful. Because here's something that you'll find pretty amazing, and something you can try the next time you're feeling down. And in fact, my challenge to you is this. My challenge is that you do this when you are feeling down, okay? And what you do is you become grateful. Because here's what's really interesting. It is impossible, excuse me, it is impossible to feel down when you're grateful. Beautiful, but it's so true. So we're going to use being grateful to get us out of that state that we're in, okay? Because it's nothing more than a state, okay? So, in fact, now I've just said that, I'm going to show you three things. So, that's what we do, is we change our state. So when we think, because first of all, we have to think to be negative, right? We don't just sit there, we're not just in a happy place, woohoo, and then all of a sudden you're like, boom. No. Thoughts go around in here, right? Thoughts go on in here, and those thoughts lead our body, right? So what we do externally is a direct result of what happens internally, okay? So if we change what happens internally, then we can also change what happens externally. Does that make sense? Just go with me, because it'll all make sense in a minute. So, when you're feeling down and depressed and down in the dumps, I want you to do this. I want you to go, I'm so grateful for everything that life is giving to me right now. I'm grateful for my health, because most people don't even have that. I'm grateful for my limbs. Some people don't even have all of their limbs. I'm grateful to be living in a beautiful country. I'm grateful that it's February and I'm still in shorts and t-shirt. I'm grateful for my family. I don't have any kids, but I'm grateful for my kids when I get them. I'm grateful for the love that I can give to my children. I'm grateful for the love that they can reciprocate to me. I'm grateful for the heart that beats in my chest without me even having to think about it. I'm grateful for the eyes that I have that allow me to see. I'm grateful for the heart that I have that not just beats when it, without me having to think about it, but that can love unconditionally without having to think about it too. I'm grateful for being the person that I am, that gives of myself unconditionally. I'm grateful for the fact that I have such a big heart that all I want to do is give. You know, it's so funny, right? I don't know if you could see this, probably can't see this, but as I'm doing that, I'm getting goosebumps. Because it means something. It truly means something. You know, so many people out there in this world don't care. They say they do, but they don't. They do shit with their lives. They do nothing but moan and whine all the fucking time, but they actually don't do anything with their life. Now, this video is being posted into a Facebook group that I've done, and although this is going on my YouTube channel, this is going inside of a Facebook group. And to the people inside of this Facebook group that are watching this right now, you're not like those other people. You're different. And I know you're different because you're in the same group that I'm in. So if we want to not be lonely and to not feel a level of depression, then we have to become grateful. We have to surround ourselves with people that are like-minded. And we have to make sure that these people are going to give back to us. Because I've said in many other videos, I'm a great believer there are only two types of people in this world. There are givers and there are takers. And by default, I'm a giver. I wouldn't be sitting here now 8 minutes into a video for you guys if I didn't care. I actually do genuinely give a shit. Most people don't give a shit. Most people want to take. You guys don't. You want to give. You wouldn't be part of a Facebook group giving your information, giving of your knowledge, helping other people succeed and get to where you are and where you want to be if you weren't a giver. And that's why I do this, because I'm a giver. Okay. So that's the first one, is we become grateful. The second thing I want to do for you is this. And this will make a profound difference on you. And I promise you, you can do this. You could do this right now. And you certainly want to do this when you're not in a good place. And you are going to feel instantly better. And I don't just mean, well, I wonder if I feel the difference. Oh, you're going to feel a difference. Don't you worry about that. But you're only going to feel the difference if you do it. If you don't do it, then guess what? You're not going to feel it. And I just did this with somebody that reached out to me, and I posted this on the Facebook group. They just reached out to me, and I just had, I gave them a free coaching session to really help them overcome their obstacles. But the second thing that I want to teach you is this. It's what is called a locational. And what a locational does, very simply, is it pulls you back to present time, right? Because so often as entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial people, we're so caught up in our mind, in our process, in our thinking, excuse me once again with this mic, with our thinking, that we tend to get lost in here and we usually miss what's out there. And if you've got partners, I'm sure your partners have probably said this to you. Oh my God, will you just listen to me already? You're like, I'm trying to fucking work. Right? So the locational, very simply, is this. You're going to find 10 things. You're going to tell yourself to look at them, and then you're going to acknowledge yourself. That's it. It's not difficult. Right. Let's put this into action so you can see how it's done. Ian, look at this, not a receiver, the opposite of a receiver, a sender. Oh, shit, I don't know. Look at this, and I go, yes, okay. Look behind. Ian, look at that building over there. Yeah. Okay. Look at this plastic thing here. Yes. Look at this bracelet I'm wearing. Yes. Look at this rail in here. Specifically this little dot right here. Yes. Look at this blue t-shirt I've got on. Yes. Now if I was doing this here, I would actually probably do it a bit more like this. I'd be a bit like, can you see down here? Okay. I'd be like, look at that on the grass right there. Yes. And then I'd pick something close. Look at this. Yes. Then I'd pick something far away over there. You can't really see. It'd be like, look at that building right there. And the point is your vision's going back, forth, up, down, here, there, 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 there. And once you do that 10 times, I guarantee you, you won't actually believe just how much of a difference you feel. Great times to use this exercise. When you're angry, when you're drunk and want to sober up, or when you want to sober someone else up, when you're overwhelmed, when you are just out of place, when you just can't get your thoughts together. Any time that you are not where you feel you should be is where you use that locational. Okay? Now the third one. What was the third one? Good one. What was the third one? You know, the truth of the matter is that it actually doesn't really even matter, because those two right there, and mainly the locational, is going to make a tremendous difference to you. Now look, let me just say this. It's easy to do stuff when it's easy. So like if you're in a good place, it's easy to sit there, yeah, and go, oh yeah, look at that. Yes, look at that bird in the sky. Yes, look at that cloud over there. Yes, look at that car. Yes, look at that car tail light. Look at that bumper sticker. Look at that dog. Look at that sofa. Look at that iPad. Do you see what I mean? It's easy to do that when you're good. It's easy to stop smoking when you don't want to have a cigarette. It's easy to not eat when you're not hungry. But it's not easy to do it when things are difficult. And that's the time that you need to do it the most, because that's the time when change takes place. It's hard. That's when you've mastered it. Because let me tell you something, when you can do it, when it's hard, you're going to feel such a difference. And now you have two, not just one, two tools you can put in your toolbox and you can use for the rest of your life any single time a situation like this occurs. You know how to fix it now. And that's how you overcome depression and loneliness. The other thing, which was actually number 3, was this. It's really important who you hang around as well. And I was just saying this to the guy that I was on the phone with. Don't just pick friends because you're lonely. I've done that, and I've picked wrong friends, and I've paid the price for it. Paid the price emotionally, and I've paid the price financially. You need to find somebody that is of equal-mindedness to you, that they come from the same place internally. Remember, there are givers and takers. Just two people out there, givers and takers. If you're a giver, don't align yourself with a taker, because you'll give and they'll suck you dry. Align yourself with another giver, because when you give to them, they're going to give back to you. When you give to them, they're going to give back to you, right? That's who you want to be with. They say that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most. Who are those people? Are those people lifting you up and inspiring you? Or are they taking you down and disempowering you? Because let me tell you something. We only get one life, and we don't know when it's going to end. So do we want to allow these fucking pain in the arses to hold us back? Or do we want them to lift us up and take us forward and energize us? Because that's what's important, right? That's the only thing that's important. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. It's gone on a little bit long. I can go on and on and on with these videos. But like I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and definitely if you like this video that I've just posted in the Facebook group, or if you like it on YouTube as well, and there's anything you want me to cover, just make a note of the stuff that you would like me to talk about, and I'll give you my perspective on it. This is pretty much what I do for a living. This is exactly what I do for a living, right? And I've studied this stuff since I was 13 years old. And I don't say that, like I just picked up a book and read it. No. I studied, like a head buried in personal development for a long time. I nearly said how long, but let's just say a long time. So anything that revolves around life or business, I've probably got the answer for it for you. And if I haven't, I'm going to be the first one to say, I don't know. But I'm going to be honest with you, I've never come across something yet that I don't have the answer for on life and business, okay? Anyway, with that being said, thanks so much. I really appreciate you taking your time for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to do the locational right now. Especially if you're one of those people that has said in this group that you are struggling with loneliness. And look, I get it, right? How did I overcome loneliness? I did that. I did these things. When I got to a place where I sat there and I was just in a deep, dark place, right? Sat there and I was like, Ian, look at the TV. Look at the red light on the TV. Look at the picture on the wall. Look at the bracket on the wall. Look at that dirty mark on the wall. Do you know what I mean? And I would do it. And at the end, I would look all around my home. And by the time I'd done my number 10, I felt better. I just did. Do it now. And post and let me know if it worked out for you and how you felt after it. Anyway, thanks very much. I look forward to being able to help you again. Thank you. Cheers.